Look, I am a very trusting person, okay? And because I'm such a trusting person, that means you should trust me. So do you trust me when I tell you that this video came out on time? Okay, you shouldn't, because I'm lying. An April Fool's joke, if you will, 1 week late. But there is one person that I genuinely do trust, and that is the Sega Atlas leaker, Midori. Fair warning, before we get fully into this video, I just want to say that the audio here is a little scuffed in this video for some reason. I'm not sure. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but you might notice it. I apologize. There's not much I can do about that at this point. Those who don't know, Midori is a Twitter account that leaks things in relation to Sega and Atlas games, but mostly Persona games. Midori accurately leaked before any official announcement Persona 5 Tactica, Persona 3 Reload, Persona 5 Tactica's DLC, and a bunch of other stuff. Every single thing Midori has said has been very valuable to the Persona community, but also been, from what I understand, from what I've seen, 100% accurate. I don't think they've gotten anything wrong. I even made my own tweet a month back that got a decent amount of notoriety, basically saying that for as long as I've been following leak culture, I've never seen a leaker, I've seen few leakers at the very least, that have had as consistent and as strong of a track record as Midori has. It's gotten to the point where there are even theories from people saying that they think Midori is actually Sega in disguise, and they're using quote-unquote leaks to test the waters on what people think about certain games before they officially announce them, though I personally don't really believe in this theory. Though I will say one thing, and I found this out while researching the video. Now, this doesn't really say anything on its own, okay? I'm not trying to say anything, but I just thought this was somewhat interesting. Midori's first tweet that gained a good amount of notoriety on Twitter was this tweet about the Persona 3 Reload domain being discovered. This got a good amount of notoriety, 4K likes, 2K retweets, but what's funny is despite the fact the account was made in October 2022, if you go back, this tweet was made in April. If we search for tweets made in March, didn't tweet anything. Search for tweets made in February, didn't tweet anything. You know, January, whatnot. It's only when we go all the way back to October of 2022 and the account was made that we start actually finding other tweets that Midori made. Though it's not like this stuff is any different content-wise, really, besides the fact that there's not really any leaks here. Midori's just translates stuff here. She seems very passionate about the series, obviously, but it's nothing really groundbreaking. It's just odd that there's such a large gap for some reason between her tweets from then and her tweets, you know, starting with April 2023, and the fact that that's when she started just leaking shit out of the blue. I don't know, it just seemed odd, but whatever. But the one thing we can say for sure about Midori, without a shadow of a doubt, is that she has leaked a lot of stuff in relation to Persona, and she has gotten it pretty much all right. That's what made it all the crazier that when just recently on March 27th, Midori would tweet out that she's decided to quit. She would tweet out, "It's difficult, but I would like to stop using this account. Thank you for reading my Sega group information. Please continue to look forward to the future of Atlas and Sega." And look, when this happened, people were heartbroken, okay? Midori's become an integral part of the Persona community at this point, at least on Twitter. And not having her here, not having her leaks, not just having her presence, because honestly, she's pretty funny, all things considered, was a little depressing, okay? It was a little upsetting, and people wanted to get to the bottom of it. Why did this happen? Okay, why did this happen seemingly out of the blue? I naturally had a very, alright, not overly dramatic reaction to this information, okay?
You'll always be my sensei forever.
Please don't forget about us over there.
You get the point. So yeah. It was a big deal to a lot of people, including myself. Some people had theorized that maybe Sega finally got her, they finally figured it out, and maybe they snuffed her out using false information. That, however, is not true, and I'll tell you exactly what did happen. There are people who tweeted out something of summaries on the situation and what happened, but the thing is that I didn't find any of these to be either expansive enough, detailed enough, or get all of the information 100% accurate. So I took it upon myself to go through all of Midori's tweets before this event had happened and try to piece it together. Now keep in mind, this wasn't the easiest to try to piece together, and especially because I know that there were also deleted tweets that I don't know the contents of. That's a little upsetting, but I'm pretty sure I got it pretty accurate. So to put it all together, I did it in the only way I could think of, and I made a timeline in Photoshop, detailing the most important tweets, the sequence of events, and exactly how they went down. From what I understand, it started here, in the Unreal 5 arc. As much as I want to jump into exactly what happened in this timeline, there's one more character I'm gonna have to introduce you to here. That character being a man named Zippo. Zippo is also a leaker. But really only in name. I'll use the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit to give you an idea on Zippo's credibility, okay? The Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, which is a subreddit that follows leaks, has different leakers put into different tiers of how reliable they are. As you can see, our Midori is in the highest tier. Very reliable. Zippo, on the other hand, in the lowest possible tier of banned. Nobody can even post them on the sub as a source because he gets so many things wrong that people have totally just lost faith in him. And yeah, he's not even considered anywhere close to credible. Funnily enough, if you do follow Persona leaks and you've been following them since early 2022, you might remember in March of 2022 when there was a leak, quote unquote, of a Akechi-centric Persona game. A Persona Insider leaks new game starring Akechi. This was in 2022 of March, and we're still waiting. At this point, I'm gonna consider it luck if it ever happens. But Zippo himself was the one who posted this leak. He was the one who posted this this pretty clearly fake leak about Akechi. I think it's safe to say 2 years later, this was probably not true. The reason I'm introducing you to Zippo is because he is a centric character as to why Midori decided to leave the internet. Starting with the Unreal 5 engine arc, finally, we have this post from Zippo, which kicked it all off. He posted on his blogspot, where he posts his leaks. Goodbye Hedgehog Engine, hello Unreal Engine. This was a leak all about how Sonic is effectively moving towards Unreal Engine, similar to how the Persona series actually recently just did with Persona 3 Reload, for its games. And this actually seems like it's probably somewhat true, even if it's just a total guess. I would even wager that could be the case. Unreal Engine is taking over the game industry. It's already been doing that actually, but now it like really is. The Unity Unreal Engine monopoly over the gaming industry is probably gonna end up becoming a problem at one point, but for now, it seems like a lot of people are moving towards it, and Sonic may be included in that. Oh, look at that. Scroll down, and also, look who's mentioned. Persona 6, set to release in 2026. As you can imagine, despite Zippo's less than stellar reputation, people on the internet still do like to talk about the things he leaks sometimes. And somebody tweeted out, you know, that it's pretty cool that Sonic is coming to Unreal Engine 5. And our beloved Midori did reply to this. She said, "This is almost correct information. Sega Group wants to move most franchises to UE5, but other engines will still be used on a case-by-case basis. The upcoming Sega IP remakes will be in Unreal Engine 5, including Crazy Taxi and Radio." Effectively saying that Zippo probably wasn't entirely wrong in that, but it's also being taken on a case-by-case basis. I totally think Zippo was guessing about the Unreal Engine 5 thing, by the way. I don't. Maybe that's too pessimistic. Anyways, so far, so good. Whatever. Zippo tweeted out something that is remotely true, and then Midori just gave a little bit more details on it. But nothing big yet. But then, immediately, it's followed up with the Sonic Heroes incident. Somebody tweets out, Joga... Okay, fuck. What's the point of the goddamn timeline if I have to go find the tweets anyways? So this guy tweeted out something about Sonic Heroes, and great, there isn't even a translate, but I'm gonna quit this video in a second. He tweeted out Sonic Heroes, and then in response he said, would you play this game remade in Unreal Engine 5? He then tagged Midori, saying, this guy thinks I'm kidding, and Midori said, this is correct information, but there is not a Sonic Adventure remake right now. Effectively stating that, hey, this game is getting remade in in Unreal Engine 5. This was a pretty big bombshell for Midori to just drop casually in somebody's replies, but yeah, that seemed to be the case. Shortly thereafter, Zippo, once again, would also make an article detailing this, saying Sonic Heroes is getting a full remake. Zippo states this game's getting a remake in Unreal Engine 5, and also that it's not expected to release until late 2026 to 2027. After Zippo's post, somebody follows up saying, we'll see, I don't have a lot of trust in leakers, but I'll believe it if Midori corroborates the story. Midori then adds some incredibly needed clarification to everything going on around this Sonic Heroes thing. He states Sega wants to experiment with Sonic games in UE5, and one of the titles that's being considered is Sonic Heroes. I don't know anything that is being mentioned by Zippo about 2026 or 2027. I don't know enough about who Zippo is. This adds much needed context to the fact that a Sonic Heroes remake is simply just being considered, not something that's being actively worked on. People took Midori's original tweet to mean that when she said this is correct information in relation to somebody talking about a Sonic Heroes remake. People took this tweet as Midori saying, yeah, there's one in development. And then Zippo making a post on his blogspot about how, yeah, Sonic Heroes is totally getting a full remake in Unreal Engine 5. It certainly didn't help to fan that fire. Midori gives even more clarification. Somebody says, oh, so it hasn't actually started development yet. She says, I don't think so, and I do not know about this remake title being released in the next 3 years. I don't have any information on that. Somebody restates this news on some Sonic-centric account. She says, thank you for posting it. And then somebody says, no offense, but you bear some responsibility. This is to Midori, by the way. You bear some responsibility for starting with vagueness and then providing clarification on a tweet that reaches a smaller audience. No one was intentionally misinterpreting your words. Perhaps leakers should aim to be more direct. Midori responds to this tweet by saying, yes, I agree. Later on, somebody tweets out a little summary about everything that went down yesterday when it was claimed by Midori about Sega considering remakes for UE5. Zippo ran with it and claimed Heroes was getting the treatment. Then Midori later confirmed it was just being considered and not actually in development, and now Zippo looks silly. He replies, this is correct information. I messaged someone with this information because they were a friend, but I did not know they knew this Zippo, and I think they used it to create a rumor. So I won't message information anymore. I will be more cautious with my information. This is an interesting tweet because it seems to imply Midori messaged somebody about the news about Sonic being in UE5. That person happened to know Zippo and gave it to Zippo, and which Zippo used that, information to create this rumor. However, if we enter our side quest here, Zippo Mode, we can also learn a little bit more about this. Midori claims this isn't the first time this has happened. She also says that some information here, and that's referring to a post from February 26 on Zippo's blogspot saying, Sonic's next mobile game is called Sonic Toys Party. This was confirmed, I believe, but she's saying that effectively it was given to him through this same source that, I guess leaked this, information from Midori to Zippo as well. She states that this information was also sent to someone by Zippo, but I wasn't told that it was sent and I do not know who Zippo is. I am reading now. With these two tweets in tandem, if we're to take Midori's word for it, it seems like Midori's messaging somebody, I don't know if they're close to her or just a mutual, but somebody with information that maybe she doesn't want to go public with yet for whatever reason, but that person is taking that information and then giving it to Zippo, who Zippo does Zippo things with. After all this would come out, Zippo naturally had to respond to these allegations being pressed by Midori, with a legendary schizo post. Okay, I say that, but maybe I'm a little biased. I mean, I'll just read the post here. I hate this type of stuff. Genuinely, drama is something that stresses me out. I'm simply sharing information here. I have no beef nor any rivalry with anyone else that does this type of thing. I've been made aware of some tweets that were made by famous Sega Atlas insider Midori. In it, she makes some bold claims, claiming that I know one of her sources, and that me, /and/or my sources are one and the same, or that I've stolen information. I'll make a little addendum to that part of Zippo's response here because that pissed some people off. There's a tweet that got a decent amount of notoriety saying Zippo is misconstruing the story here. Midori did not claim that he had the same source or stole info from her. She claimed someone she shared the info with may have been a mutual friend of Zippo and passed that info to him, and then Zippo took it as confirmation of a Sonic Heroes remake. Now, I hate to take Zippo's side on anything ever, okay? But I will say one thing. While I encourage you to form your own opinions, okay, I will say that while I don't think stolen might be a strong word, but it certainly seems like Midori's definitely implying here that, yeah, somebody is giving info to Zippo, whether he's asking for it or not. But she's definitely saying that, oh, I'm messaging somebody, and then that somebody is giving Zippo information. I mean, if this tweet didn't make it clear enough, the fact that she kind of doubled down on it by giving another example kind of does. I mean, I don't know what else this information was also sent by someone to this Zippo could mean besides that. So I'll try to be a little bit more charitable to Zippo. I don't think he's necessarily misconstruing things. I mean, maybe stolen is a strong word, but what he's saying here is effectively what Midori was saying, at least in my opinion. No genuine offense to Midori, but these claims are absolutely baseless and simply untrue. If I were to make a guess, I would say that she just noticed the undeniable similarities in her information and just panicked. I can confidently say with 100% certainty, we do not share sources. I've obviously been in this game a lot longer than she has, And the things I have gotten right over the years speak for themselves. By the way, if Zippo's ever gotten anything right, significant anyways, that wasn't easy to guess. I certainly don't know about it, but I haven't followed Zippo's career closely, so I don't know. Here's some things to make abundantly clear. I've been hearing about a new Phantasy Star game for months before yesterday's post. I and other people were privately talking about Heroes weeks before I released Monday's story. To be honest with you, between the both of them, I kind of wish this was less than just hearsay. I wish it would, like, post something DMs or something, or messages to kind of prove either Zippo or Midori's claims here. I mean, they don't have to have names or anything. They can have things censored, but I kind of wish they just posted something to let us know, because these two are claiming pretty different things are going on here. I'll actually take a dig at myself here. If I somehow shared sources with Midori, don't you think my track record would be much better than it is now? To be fair, since it's so vague what we're dealing with, I can't even say for sure whether this actually holds any weight. Like, from what I understand, this is somebody that Midori speaks with. I don't even know what if they're another leaker, if they're a mutual friend, they're some fucking random guy. I have no idea. So it's hard to say based on that, but it could just be somebody that Midori's like, hey, I don't know about this claim fully or something yet. Here, I know about this. Maybe she's like, I don't know, just being like, hey, check this out. You're a friend of mine, so you get to see this first. And then, yeah, I don't know if they're necessarily a source, quote unquote. And if they are, they could just be like a very light one. Full transparency here, she clearly has more accurate Sega sources than I do, so I'm not here to start any fights, but I will absolutely defend myself from claims like this that are bogus. Then he just gets so boast for the rest of it, but yeah, you get the point, okay? Zippo defended himself, claimed these were untrue, and Midori, in response, didn't really say anything. Next post was her final one. I mean that it's difficult, but she would like to stop using this account. Now, I don't know if maybe Zippo's post, maybe she felt she was in the wrong, maybe it upset her, maybe I would say all the hate, but like, to be honest with you, from what I've seen, Midori got pretty much very little hate. I didn't actually see any hate at all, so I would figure if she got any, it'd be very little. Especially in comparison to Zippo, who tanked a lot of hate from this, because he's Zippo, nobody likes this guy. I hate to be the one to say it, but look, man, it is what it is. If it really is just a little bit of pushback from Zippo that was what got her to do this, I don't know if I can really honestly understand that. Maybe it's the fact that I've been on the internet for a good amount of time now and I'm totally desensitized to anything, so somebody could send me as many death threats as they want and as much heinous shit as they'd like, and I'll probably just brush them off most of the time. But to me, I mean, this doesn't seem something that's really worth quitting over, right? Especially not if you're super invested in what you're doing. So, I don't blame people for making a bunch of kind of conspiracies on whether Midori left because maybe Sega got her and this is like, you know, coincidental timing or whatever. I don't blame people for making theories like that, because this does seem like a pretty just odd reason to quit. But, I'd like to say that if I had actually finished this video when I initially planned to, this would be the end, okay? No heartfelt ending, but thankfully, I was way past deadline, and something good happened. April 1st, funnily enough, after 4 or 5 days of being inactive after tweeting out that she was quitting, Midori would return and say, "This is incorrect information. It is not Kotover yet. This isn't an April Fool's joke. I will be there, no matter what." I'm not hacked. I'm back because of friends, Atlas and Sega fans, so I will continue sharing information. And it is incorrect information, that fake information, was made to find me. And also, harassment is bad. Please be nice to everyone. I should not have mentioned their name. I was sad that people were being mean to them. Anyways, yes, that's the happy ending that Midori returns, but she did give more clarification afterwards to tell us a little bit more about what happened. She would say, "Someone I know was sending them and other people my information for a month, and so I don't share information with them anymore. Risky. I am more careful now. I use Sonic Heroes info to figure it out, because I did not mention release timing privately." I think what she's saying here is that, funnily enough, despite the fact people thought Sega might have been using fake information to rat her out, it seems like she used information about Sonic Heroes to figure out who was leaking stuff to other leakers. He also said, the person I shared information with apologized to me and I forgive them, but I will not share information or confirm other information that isn't from me anymore. Somebody replied, was it fully clear that this source of yours knew who Zippo was and shared info about it to him? If so, did you hear stuff about Phantasy Star stuff in regards to a Phantasy Star Online reboot? Sorry for asking, since I saw him mention the server a few days ago, he said he knows no source of yours. Yes, I do not share sources with them. I heard of a Phantasy Star Online 2 spin-off and expansion, but both are different, and I sent that a day before the post went up. It's the same for Sonic information, and so I knew who was sending my information to them. And I did not share that to them, only the person I know. But I forgive them, and it's okay. I do not know who Zippo is. I only found out about them recently. Well, I don't fully get what she's saying. Am I just stupid, or it's just a little, the wording seems off to me, just because she says, I do not share sources with them, but also says at the end, I knew who was sending my information to them. The wording almost makes me think that she means that he doesn't talk to Zippo directly, but that person was leaking information to her, the middleman in that situation. That's, I think, what she's saying. Anyway, she goes on to say the friend apologized and she's okay with what happened, doesn't hate Zippo. She also clarifies that Sega was considering Sonic remakes like Heroes and experimenting with UE5, and that is correct information. She also states, because of drama, I thought maybe I should not be using this account or sharing information anymore. I don't know if sharing information is good or bad, but people are curious, so I will share. Somebody also asked her, Midori, may I ask why you just had to leave? A lot of people blame Zippo for that, and it's sad to see that kind of discourse. She said, I wanted to leave for a long time, and when there was drama, I thought it would be a good idea because there wasn't any drama before. And I was sad someone was being harassed, but I've seen a lot of support for my account for some reason, so I will continue. Effectively, I guess the reason she left almost comes down to the way people reacted to everything. I guess she just got upset seeing Zippo tank so much hate, and almost felt like she was the cause of it, and that seems at least more reasonable to me than what I had theorized earlier. And since then, Midori's continued doing her thing as normal, tweeting insider information and whatnot. Naturally, if I had such a big reaction to her leaving, I'd have equally as big of a reaction to her coming back. It wasn't as dramatic this time, but I simply posted a welcome back from the FemC route with P3P. One thing I do want to go over that she confirmed, and she's confirmed this a few times at this point, but P5X does seem like it's still going to come to the West. P5X being the Persona 5 spin-off, Persona 5 The Phantom X. It is a gacha game though, so fair warning. Seems like the plan is Southeast Asia, Japan, and then West/global release, so that will come here eventually. Speaking of P5X, I might as well just fit whatever I can. This is like your weekly Persona news update now, okay? The opening animation for Persona 5 The Phantom X came out, as well as I think the full song's out there too. So this was interesting. I think it's called Ambitions and Visions, which is funny because people found out, specifically Oziak here, tweeted out that Midori had, funnily enough, teased this in a very subtle way all the way back in March. She tweeted out something about P5X and how the beta isn't delayed, and finished off the tweet by saying, Atlas and Sega have a lot of ambitions and visions for P5X launch in Japan. Very, very, very clever, Midori. Very, very funny. Not gonna show the full opening here, but I do like it, and I'd rank it right about... in relation to Persona 5 openings, where would I rank it? If I'd rank current ones, 5, then Strikers, then Royal, then Dancing, then Tactica, I'd probably put Persona 5 The Phantom X's, honestly, above Royal, but below Strikers. Yeah, that's where I'd rank it. Fucking sue me. Another interesting thing that came out, a Persona 5 Royal-centric artbook released earlier this week. Best scanned, so lovingly scanned it. And there's some interesting stuff in this art book, like, you know, some concept art for the Akechi Joker Showtime. Apparently, the protagonist was going to shoot Akechi's good side, then Akechi would attack. But yeah, there's like some cool tidbits and whatnot about some stuff. There's early versions of the transformation panels from the Thieves' Den in pixel art. This was cool. Though it also makes sense why they scrapped this, since I'm pretty sure they even say in the art book, it just didn't fit the art style. And I'm like, yeah, this doesn't really fit P5R's style that much, but it does look cool. There's a few like little lore tidbits, like when Akechi's expression changes on the confidant menu in the 3rd semester. They mention that it's because he stopped pretending, and we can his true expression. They confirm a pretty popular fan theory where in this finale image of Maruki's reality in Persona 5 Royal, Joker and Akechi are looking directly at, you know, almost like they're looking at the player or the quote-unquote camera. They do confirm that it's because they're aware that this scene is in Maruki's ending. People always assume that's why they were the only ones looking kind of at the camera here, but they confirm that that is absolutely the case. Apparently, when one of the devs was creating Raoul, he was crying about it being limited to DLC, which I feel is pain. And there were like a lot of other just like little lore tidbits like that, or just like fun insight into Persona 5 Royal, which is cool, I guess. And besides that, the only other major thing that I think I have to mention is that, funnily enough, Akihiko's new English voice actor, so Akihiko's voice actor in Persona 3 Reload, also acknowledged Midori's return to the internet, which is funny considering, you know, Persona voice actor, actual Persona voice actor, acknowledging the Persona leaker. It's just gonna... Interesting. I mean, I assume they're like independent contractors or something, right? I don't think he's literally like a voice actor for Sega or anything, but that's interesting. Very interesting. But with that, I think I'm just about done here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the Midori saga. I figured I'd document it since Midori is really important to the Persona community, I think, and has given us like just so much information about not only projects that have already come out, but projects that are still yet to come out. Most notably, I mentioned this in a video probably a few months back, but there's something in the works named Persona Asa, which is going to be a board game, I think it was, featuring all the characters, or all characters from Persona 1 to 5. And it's going to be like some sort of crossover thing. That's supposed to come out, I think, later this year. That's going to be really interesting when that's announced. I really want to see more about that one. So I figured, hey, if something's happening with Midori, I might as well be the one to document it. And hey, I put a lot of work into this Midori timeline, okay? So if you like the video, make sure you like it. Subscribe if you want more coverage on even the most niche of Persona topics, because, I mean, if this video wasn't proof enough that I cover even the stupidest of shit, I don't know what is. I've got a Twitter, a Patreon, I don't know, follow me at zippospeaks.blogspot.com. I'll see you all in the next one, okay? Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Also follow my Twitch. We're playing through Persona 5 Royal Randomizer on there, okay? Thank you. Bye.